Hello, hi guys. My name is Sarvansh and thank you for watching my the Intune tutorial videos. So today's video we are going to talk about the Windows Hello for Business, like what is Windows Hello for Business, how we can configure it, and how we can test it in our lab environment. So let me start this video. Okay, so here is something I write about the Windows Hello. So Windows Hello is Windows 10 biometric authentication system, which allows user to sign into their device using the facial recognition and the fingerprint that has and the pin. So basically, this is a secondary level authentication, which is which will give you a one more authentication level. Like when you log in on your Windows, so that is a username and password, and this is the next level authentication where you require your fingerprint or the face recognition and the pin. So the data for these is stored on the device. So data will store for your fingerprints and your the face recognition. So the data will store on the device itself rather than transmitting to the authentication provider like Azure AD. So this authentication data will not be saved on your Azure AD. It will be stored on your local devices, so as it more secure than your the password. So if any attackers would need a device, if any attackers want to attack on your machine, then easily he cannot attack because it's needed device. Why? Because your the face, finger, and has locally it stored your data. So now let's understand what is difference between the Windows Hello and Hello for Business. So Windows Hello is a unique to the device on which it's set up, but can be a simple password has depending on the individual account type. And the Windows Hello will not be backed up for your the public or the private key or the certificate authentication, and the individual can create a pin or the biometric gesture on your the personal device or for the convenient sign in. Then the Windows Hello for Business, which is configured by the group policy or the MDM like the Intune, and always used the key based or certificate based authentication. So this make it much more secure than your the Windows Hello convenience pin. So let me give you a perfect example for this Windows Hello and Hello for the Business. So when you are configuring the locally, means you are not using the GPO or the MDM to activate your Windows Hello on your machine, then it will comes under the Windows Hello. When you used the group policy or the MDM, then it comes under the business Windows Hello for Business. Another example is like Windows Hello can activate on your the personal home device, but your the Windows Hello can be configured on your the office or with your the domain based. So these are the two major difference. Now let's understand the workflow for the Windows Hello for Business. So it is required the Windows 10 and 11 version. Below version it won't work, but in the Windows 10 also there is a minimum OS required, like 1608, I think 1607. So that is the minimum OS requirement when you used the Hello for Business. And guys, it's a very simple to understand the OS version. So OS version will support w- when your device is enrolled into AD. So if you have if you don't have the compatible version or the required version to enroll in the AD, so then your machine won't be enrolled and it won't show in the Windows. Sorry, it not shows in the Intune. So it's very simple. If your device is already enrolled into Intune, then obviously it will work. Next thing is machine should join into Azure Active Directory on premises or the cloud, or cloud in the sense of a Azure Active Directory. So if you are using the cloud like Azure AD, then your machine should be part of Azure AD joined or hybrid Azure AD joined or the register Azure AD registered. So when you join a device into Azure AD, you will be using one of the method out of these three. Now, device registration. So, device registration is a fundamental prerequisite for the Windows Hello for Business. So, you should have registered your Windows into Intune until you want to be activate your Windows Hello for Business if it is not registered in Azure AD or Intune. So without registration, Windows Hello for Business provisioning cannot start. Registration is where the device register and the identity with the identity provider. Okay, so it's very plain and simple. If your device is not registered in Intune, you cannot activate your Windows Hello for Business. Now let's understand what is the provisioning. So provisioning is the when user uses the one of authentication of to the request to a new Windows Hello for the business credential, or the typically the user sign into a Windows user name and the password. The provisioning flow required a second factor of the authentication because it will create a strong two-factor Windows authentication. So now let's move it to the authentication, which the device register and the provision completed. The user can sign into the Windows using the biometric or a PIN. So PIN is the most common gesture, is available on all the computers unless the restricted by the required TPM. So the PIN will be available for all, whether you use the biometric, whichever biometric method you use. And the thing is, PIM is not stored on the local device, but your the biometric like your face recognition or your the fingerprint that will stored locally. Now create a counter. Okay. Now this is the user here when he log in into unlock the Windows, and its identity the container pin or the bio, then it will create a counter, provis identity, then it will go to the your Azure AD. And the second thing, create a trust. So when you log in into your device with your pin or the biometric, then it will create a trust my the unique trust my unique or the authenticate by the validating this signed request. Then it will go to the Azure AD, then Azure AD will provide a authentication token, then your device will be getting logged. So that is the flow how the Windows Hello is going to work. Now let's understand the biometric sign-in. So we have two types of biometric sign-in. One is a facial recognition. So it's very simple, like when it recognizes your face, and that camera is using the IR lights. So IR light is something which is detecting the living person is a alive or it's a picture. So that IR technology included with the facial recognition. And the fingerprint recognition also, so your device is having a space to for your the fingerprint reader. And once you keep your finger on that fingerprint reader, it will read your fingerprints and it will allow the sign in. Now this is like a policy where we are going to create a policy for your identity protection. So identity and then we'll configure our the Windows Hello for Business. And this is something the output when the how the user looks like this that window activated with the Hello for Business. So now let us move it to the practical session, and we'll create a identity policy in our Intune, then we'll deploy to the test machine and then we'll test it. So let's move it. So here we have two machines in our console. So let's go to the devices, and on the devices we have like configuration profile, and under the configuration profile we can click as a create profile. So once you click here, we're going to use a template to create it. So Let's open it. Okay, so now here let's select the Windows platform, Windows 10 and later, and here is template, and under the template identity protection manager. So let's select and create it. Okay, so now let's provide the policy name. It's Windows Hello, I can say, for the testing. Now click on next. Now we have to enable this Windows Hello for Business. So here is a requirement, like the minimum length. If you move in the iconic button, so it will give you the range, like the minimum 4 and the maximum 127 digit you can provide. So the password length can be 4 to I can put 4 to 127, and the maximum length can be the it's like a range minimum 4 to 127. So let me put it like 8 digit, or I can put the 10. So maximum a user can put the 10 digit. And here is the lowercase, yes, allowed. Uppercase can allowed. The special character can allowed. The PIM registration. So PIM registration, like every 2 month user has to update his password, or based on your the company policy you can set up this. And now here is a remember the history. Remember history is used when you reset your password, like what was the last password. So you can keep same password, and when the password is expired, so last three I can give. So I cannot use last three password which already in used was used. Enable the recovery key, yes, enable. Use the TPM. So TPM I don't have, as I am in a lab environment. That can be possible with the physically lab. So let it be. Allow the biometric authentication, yes, I can do, but we cannot test this as well, the biometric, because it's a VM. Then the anti-spoofing, when these are not at all required for me on the lab. Now let's create this, and now assign the group where we want to deploy this policy. And, already I have created a group, and I added our two test device in that particular group. So okay, so here is I created a Windows Hello group, that is for my the testing. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, just select it, and the policy will push on these collection device, these collection machines. Now here the rule, I don't want to assign any rule, and now let's create it. So now we are good with our policy, and then we can test it on the end user device. When the policy is synced on the end user device, then we can do the testing. So let's move it to the device. So this is the first device. Why it is login with the admin? It should not with the admin. This device is having, let me pull it a little down, and I have the another device here. Let me keep it here. Okay, so let me log in with the first with my the local account, and just to pull the policy, nothing else. And then we'll go for the our with the Azure AD account. So if you have the hybrid Azure AD join in the production, obviously your machine will be in a domain, and your account your is a hybrid Azure AD joined. So if your account is part of the hybrid Azure AD join, then you should have to log in with that account. But in my scenario, I have the Azure AD and the local account, so I don't have the hybrid Azure concept here. And let's test it. So first I will pull the policy here on this device, and once the policy reach to the machine, then we'll go for the this Windows Hello for Business. And even we can do the directly also. So let's do the testing in the both the scenarios, so that will be much more clear. If we do in that way, what will be the result? If we follow the another way, what will be the result? So that will be like a perfect scenario. So what I can do, I logged in one machine with the local account, which is not going to work, sure. And in the another account, another machine, in this machine I'm going to use my the cloud account. So let me go here and just log off this machine. This test 2 machine, Intune 2 machine, is logged in with the local admin account, and this machine we are going to log in with our cloud account. So we'll see the difference how it's going to work. So let it sign in. Okay, so now we are ready to log in. Let me go here and used my the cloud account. This machine is already part of our Azure account in the Intune. So let me bring the username here. I'm going to use this account. Let me see if I can paste it. No. Okay, so it's Harvansh. Okay, Harvansh at the rate Vansh int Intune dot, and let's put the password. And in the another, let's complete this scenario. So once you log in with your the cloud account on the machine, what will happen? And when you log in with your local account, so what will be the result? So let's test it in both the way. Okay, so it's giving the machine. It might take a minute, and let's see what and all it will show us. Okay, so once this window is ready, let us go for the this our another test machine, and let's do the sync up for the policy. Okay, so okay, let me work on this machine and let me update the policy, because easily we log in we didn't get any of the pop-up and all. So now let me go here with the accounts and let's check the first sign in. Okay, let it open, it's taking some time. Now so here you can see only the two option, still Windows Hello has not activated on this machine. So let us sync the policy, or if the user rebooted the machine, then it will automatically implement, or it based on the interval also it will implement the policy. So let me go here and just sync the device. It was synced on the 552 only, but anyway. Okay, so in this machine, in the another test machine, already we have it's like a use the Windows Hello with the account. So your organization required to set up the work or school account with the Hello face fingerprint or the pin. So let's go and just set up it. And now it will ask for the authentication. Okay, so I got the authentication password. Let me approve. Okay, it's done. So now it's going to activate your Windows Hello for Business on this device. Okay, so now we got the pop-up to set up the pin, new pin and the confirm. So if you want to include the letter and symbols, so we can use it. So let me put a pin. I'm going to create a pin for this, and now let's click OK. If you want to use only the numbers, you can use it. So our one machine is almost ready with the Windows Hello for Business, and this and okay, all set. Your pin has set it. Now click OK, and now we are good. So How we can test it? Just let me go and see on the settings whether all set or not. So you can just go here. Let me go to the accounts, and you need to go to the sign in option, and here you can see in the Windows Hello for Business as activated. So Windows Hello Face, fingerprint, the pin, security, and these. So now this is like a face. If you click here, and this could not be the camera compatible with the Windows for Hello Faces. Could not. Okay, so I am in the lab, so I cannot set up this, and this also I can set up it. So once you are in the your office or in the in the production environment, then you can do all those things. So let me test one more thing. Let me log off this. Okay, something goes wrong. Windows R L O G O F F, log off. I taken two machines for the testing, because if the one machine is having problem, so I can show you the on the another machine. But if you seen it, this machine still is the sync up is going on. I'm not sure why it is going on. I have to fix that issue. Might taking some time, but at least we have the one machine to work on this. So now here, if you seen it, now it asking for the pin. Okay, so what the pin we have set up, that pin we can provide. The fingerprint and the face recognition is not set up, because we are in the lab environment. If you want to use the local sign in, you can change it here, and you can go with the username and password. So now it's prompt password, and if you click here, it will go for the pin. So, and you can use the both the methods. So now let me put the pin, and now it's getting login, and this is having like some problem, so I don't know where it got stuck, but we are good with this machine. So guys, thank you for watching this video. See you soon in my the next video. Please subscribe my YouTube channel, and you can like for the videos. So thank you guys. See you soon in my the next video.